Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
Did you know that the telecom sector contributes to 7% of India's GDP? The sector has undergone massive consolidation over the past decade and is poised for strong growth. To know more about the evolution of the sector, its current state, and the future outlook, join us on Saturday, April 6th at 12 pm.
Is it a right time to start a PMS? This is a question that is often asked by most people almost all the time. As a portfolio manager and a product ideator, the one thing that we wanted when we got into the PMS space was anybody should be able to start a PMS portfolio anytime and still be able to get a decent investment experience. How is this possible? You may ask, because markets are high today. If I start today, am I not exposing myself to the risks associated with elevated valuations? When we thought about our work and how it should help the investor, which is you, the first thing that we decided was that we would only invest if we find the valuations well within our zone of comfort. So, we would not mindlessly buy your portfolio tomorrow if you gave us money today. We would not deploy all the money in one go, and we would deploy to the extent we are comfortable with the valuations in individual companies. So, this is broadly how we ensure that your interests are well taken care of. So, whether you give the money at a market high like today or you give it at a market low, we would take appropriate investment actions based on the prevailing valuations. So, today if you take solitaire, our investment universe has reduced well below 35%. In fact, it is trending down every single day. And on a day like today, it could well be just barely in the low 20s, which means that if you give me 100 rupees, I would invest somewhere in the region of 20 to 25% today. And as individual stock valuations keep going up, our weight is only going to extend. So, if you start today, it is not as if we are going to deploy the money tomorrow. And this applies not just to solitaire, it applies to Vriddhi, a small cap, it applies to Sphere, it applies to every single product that we have in the ithought PMS universe. This is how we ensure that an investor who starts a PMS portfolio ensures his portfolio is not affected by high valuation. So, we do this to ensure that you are also satisfied. So, that is the assurance that we can give you at this point in time, and that is how we have managed to invest sensibly in every single portfolio. Otherwise, what would happen is those who join at a market peak would not have the experience which others who invested in better times have. So, a gradual deployment is what we do from a market peak, and not only that, when the markets come down further, if you have completed deploying your cash, we come back to you and ask you to invest some more money. We are unique in the sense that we also encourage people to give us monthly systematic investments even in a PMS. So, every month there are people who give in a fixed sum of money. And that money also goes into specific scripts where we find the valuation attractive. They go into new ideas which we throw up from time to time, which our research finds worthy of inclusion in your portfolio. And this fresh money induces the right freshness in your portfolio every month. So effectively, you need not worry about starting today as a risk, because the money will wait and it will only be deployed when the valuations come into favor again at the scrip level. Until then, your money would partly be in liquid funds and in cash, so that on a day when a specific scrip falls in the market, we will be able to buy that stock. So it's a slow deployment and a gradual building up of individual positions in stocks based on valuation, and it is also a process which calls in incremental capital after we have fully deployed your capital. So once the initial capital is fully deployed, we would still call in money from you, smaller installments, which would all make very meaningful differences to your portfolio. So in my assessment, as far as ithought PMS is concerned, you need not worry about starting a portfolio at any point in time. That becomes our worry, and that is something that we would like to manage progressively by being guarded in every single investment decision, and by deploying gradually, and by making use of every single market dip to build individual positions in stocks at valuations which give us comfort. That in essence is the answer to the question, markets are trading too high, should I start a PMS portfolio? The answer is you can. Thank you for watching this video.